The survival of communities around the River Benue in Taraba State is now a source of grave concern for residents. Conflicts between farmers and migrant herders is threatening food security in the state and the nation at large. Many residents of farming communities on the river banks have abandoned their ancestral homes, taking refuge at internally displaced persons camps. Correspondent Owolabi Adenusi compiled this report.
Taraba State, known as home of tourism, is richly endowed with economic trees and vital lands for agriculture and mineral resources. Most inhabitants are into farming, but conflicts between farmers and herders have had a negative effect on the economy of the state. Herders have migrated towards Taraba in search of grazing fields due to the drying of the Lake Chad Basin, which has greatly affected their cattle. It has caused conflict in which hundreds of lives have been lost, with property worth millions of naira destroyed. The foreign herders have come up against local farmers during the nomadic search for greener pastures for their animals. More than 400 communities at the bank of River Benue in the state have been deserted due to alleged attacks. Victoria Yunana is a mother of 7 from Lao local government who has been living in the internally displaced camp in Jalingo for 2 years now. In an interview with TVC News, she attributed the conflict between the farmers and herders to migrant herders who are aggressors looking for survival.
They came and begin to fight us with some other foreign people that come to them. But they pursue us, they kill many of our husbands, our children, and other things, and they destroy our things.
The king of Yanda, who had more than 200 farming communities in his domain, believes that foreign herders have a hidden agenda of forcefully taking over their farmlands at the bank of River Benue.
I know there is a conspiracy in the high place to take up our fatherland and give it to marauders. People are not belonging to these communities. And some people are coming from Cameroon, Chad, and Niger, coming to occupy our place for what? This is the only place we can call our home.
Apart from migrating herders, another worrying activity which has led to climate change in Taraba is the massive falling of economic trees popularly known as Madrid. Gabriel Yoch and Jovita Shafe are journalists in this state.
Last year, all the bridges in Taraba, almost all the bridges in Taraba went down because the climate is no longer the way it used to be. These trees protect a lot. Areas that erosion is causing havoc now. I mean, when trees are still allowed to stay.
Government has a responsibility to educate the people on the dangers associated with felling of trees, with the dangers associated with farmers' herders clashes, because it will have a consequence on the livelihood of the people. It will also affect the environment.
With these factors in play, some residents believe that the state has suffered great human and natural resources.
But the
Taraba State Governor Darius Ishaku is worried that the effect of climate change will affect the ability of the state to feed itself. He says his administration is working with the military to build a barracks around the areas of conflict at the bank of River Benue in order to protect both herders and farmers.
For the displaced persons that you say we should ensure they should go back, I am more eager than you. But the problem is, how do you allow somebody to go back where there is no certainty of security? We built an army mini barrack in Maku, Lao axis, so that they are camping there. Lao is about central in Lao.
The deadly conflict between herders and farmers in Taraba is fueled by desertification, insecurity, and loss of grazing land to expanding settlements. These, coupled with migration of foreign herders, has heightened the competition over the land between contending peoples.